Been searching through the cities and the crowded streets, a restless mind that never finds the peace it seeks. From Paris lights to Tokyo, I've wandered far, still looking for that place where I can rest my heart.
They said I'd find it somewhere out there, but every road just led to nowhere. Then I found my peace in Hawaii. Found it,
where the waves sing soft and the palm trees sway.
Met a little cat who was waiting there for me. Waiting there, waiting there.
Now we're living slow, taking life day by day. He was sitting on the porch when I arrived that night. Golden fur and knowing eyes beneath the moonlight. Didn't need no words between us, we just understood. Two wandering souls who found each other, and it's good.
No more running from tomorrow, just the sun erasing sorrow. Yeah, I found my peace in Hawaii. Found it,
with my furry friend and the ocean breeze. We go surfing every morning when the sun comes up.
riding waves,
Nothing but the sea and this love so free.
we catch the waves together, together, side by side forever, forever.
He rides upon my board with me, the happiest that we could be. Now my mind is quiet and my soul is still. Found everything I needed on this island hill. A thinker and a dreamer finally came to rest with a cat named Kona. I am truly blessed.
I found my peace in Hawaii. Found it,
Where the sunsets paint
the sky in gold. Me and my companion, riding every tide, riding high.
this restless heart has finally found its home.
Found my peace in Hawaii, with my friend,
With my friend,
with my friend
with my friend.
in Hawaii.
Wait. I wasn't ready. And the music ended. Oh man. Hello everyone. Good Saturday. Or, well, I guess it's Saturday for everyone still. I don't know. No, for some people it might be Sunday actually. But I don't know. How those time zones work, it's too much. How are you guys doing? Today we'll be checking out TerraTech Worlds. I played a little bit of TerraTech in the past for the first game. It's made by Payload Studios, and we can already see the elephant in the room right here. I don't know how the previous TerraTech looks like, but you know, watching that from afar, it always had like these ups and downs. But ultimately people like loved it. You can see 92% positive. But if you follow development of the game, of course, you know, during development, games like this can go everywhere. But I highly recommend you check this out if you like vehicular building games, just like Badlands Crew. I enjoyed that one truly. Of course, let's start the stream by talking about 3 games at the same time, right? But yeah, these 3 games are the most recent vehicular building ones. Even though this is not like my main thing I look for, I do have a soft spot for games that like looks like Legos. Um, TerraTech used to be a little clunky in my opinion, especially the base building. But this one I played on co-op because I didn't really go deep into the first one because there was no co-op. I played this with my wife, and it was amazing, or at least let's say to me it was super great, and to her it was good or great. So because he didn't, you know, I guess he didn't see what I was seeing. Just kidding. Minus 33%. Is that like a discount of 1/3? Yes, it is. It's on discount for sale, and you can read all the things here. Let's just hop into the game. I'm not being awkward at all. But basically, we'll start a new game here. The things I've seen on the reviews, they were either like 50% of them were addressed by patch notes, or I didn't notice them in the game. Let's see here, GG World, and it's gonna be private. Let's keep it invite only. Who knows? Who knows what could happen? But the other half, I didn't play enough to see. You know, like people would talk about the flight system and things like that. I didn't get there yet. We'll keep it on balanced, even though at the start of the game I felt it was a little bit on the easy side, but we didn't get very far. You can do classic mode. I don't know if this is good. We'll do as it is. You can also customize different things here, which is always good. Like how natural hazards work and enemy drop rates and resource yields and all of that. One thing I would say that people complain about a lot is that resources do not respawn like the first game. You know, I don't know why there's no option here to do that if people is complaining, but at the same time, I did not bump into that issue because I think I think I know how to solve that issue, but I didn't play enough. So let's jump into the game and start yapping and stop yapping around. There's a cool little intro here.
The Galactic Survey Organization congratulates you on joining the 2nd expeditionary mission to the Nexus cluster on the far frontier of known space. As a highly qualified specialist contractor, you join an elite team of private exoplanetary prospectors working to create a bright future for humanity amongst the stars. Your mission is to explore the Nexus worlds, identify sites of untapped potential, and establish forward operations to pave the way for human expansion. Utilizing the TerraTech modular expeditionary component system, you will scout alien worlds, secure territory, gather vital resources, and assemble infrastructure to lay the foundation for large-scale colonial operations. GSO, humanity's destiny is your opportunity. Attention, incoming.
Heck yeah, we're now here. The trailer there is really good, and what got me is like assemble infrastructure. I'm all about that. Eric earlier, let's get ready, build your first tech. So this here is the quick tutorial. Even though the tutorial hangs around for a bit, the game can be daunting, I guess, for like first timers. So it does cover all of the basics, which is a good idea, of course. It has a decent onboarding. Let's do this. Auto rotation system, calibrated, so we can do all that, and add a resource laser, and we can press tab to exit build mode. So hey, here's our little rover. We can drive our tech around. Check if the laser is working by holding left click. Our arms are configured. The resource laser consumes tech power while firing. Tech power regenerates while not in use. I don't remember if this was on the first game, but you can see on the bottom left, it consumes my battery. And if we run over these plants here, we collect a resource called organics. There we go. Powering up your Halo navigation system. Hey, do you want to play Halo? You can play Halo in TerraTech. It's confirmed. Oh, an enemy arrived. Let's teach him a lesson and remove his blocks. Go away. We're busy here. We got a weapon. So we can open the build mode and we can press space to fly or to give this little raised mode. And this toggles a light on us, so it's much easier to build. You can then place the cannon over here. Now, one thing I would say at the start of the game, very good. Let me just check a thing, because when I stopped playing last time, I'll show you guys later. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but there were things I didn't notice at the start of the game that could have made me more powerful or better right at the start. So one thing I like to do in every vehicle building game is always have 3 set of wheels, or even 4. Just build Mako from Mass Effect 1 and that should be good. This gun inflicts more damage than the resource laser, but it also consumes light ammo when fired. Yeah, this was a little weird, I guess, for people coming from the first game. There is ammunition now, and you have to manage that. Before exploring, you should place a respawn point to return if your tech is destroyed. Enter build mode. So we can place a tech yard here. And this tech yard is like our bed in Minecraft, but it's a spawn point. It can also do a bunch of things the more you build it up. You can add modules on the same grid, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. You're ready for action now. Check your Prospector portal for your next objective. Press L. So this is like your quest log. It has information about objectives, blocks, and guides. Your next objective is to find and destroy some outlaw techs and take their blocks to upgrade your tech. So there we go. There's a bunch of objectives here that we can do to become certified, a certified technologist, a pioneer in another planet. Where's all the pioneer thing? And now it's called Prospector. I don't remember. Maybe it was always Prospector. But you have a tutorial here. Sometimes if you get confused, it can be good, even though the things that are a little more obscure might not be here. But I think this unlocks more things over time. I don't remember. So there's no reason for me to be gathering iron now, so I'm just gonna go and hunt down enemies. I don't think we can do anything here. We can zoom in and keep an eye out on our little Halo radar, and it will point at close by enemies. You can also press M and you can see a longer, bigger map. Someone just dropped from space right there. He thinks he's funny, but he's not. Let's shoot him now and hope he drops a cannon. Here we go. Of course, I don't even have to say how satisfying it is to just disassemble someone like that. It's a weird satisfaction to just bring your enemies like down like that. Let's see here. We have another cannon. One thing that should be said, you can see these are like sort of a damaged or rusted down, these parts, and they are red. If we get destroyed and we are forced to respawn, we'll lose all the things that are unlicensed, because these are outlaw tags. Those are like pirates. They do not have, they should not be coming on this planet. They do not have the license required. This is all about corporations and licensing to be a prospector and a colonist and all of that. I guess we're paving the way for human colonization. And these guys are here trying to make a free buck, even though they just spin around weirdly. So let's remove this guy from the game, collect his blocks. It's like going to a friend's house when you're a kid and stealing their Lego set. Who wouldn't do that? Well, no one should do that, but... Should I start with the horror stories, the weird stories already? People did go to my house and grab my things. Here is the small axle. This is an interesting part, and you can already from the start of the game use it. And look at this. We're not gonna have this problem yet, but whatever you connect on this, if the type of the block is wheel, you can see on the bottom right, it's gonna lower the reactor load and give you turbo, which makes you faster and accelerate faster. Oh, there's also, I never noticed, is this a variant? Let me see. You can vary. No, not that. it doesn't have a variant. Okay, some blocks have variants. We'll talk about it later, okay? But a small axle, the only problem with it is that it cannot place things on one of the faces of the block. But here's what you do. You remove this one and you put this one back. You can put this back here and start the inventory. Now, these blocks here, they have turbo level 1. You see, 10% acceleration and maximum speed. They also cost half of the points. You can see here on the right, we have 132 out of 260. This is our reactor power, how many blocks we can add. Even though this feels right now like we are very far away from reaching that, the maximum reactor load, actually, you know, don't have to play very long. If you start having like crazy ideas, you hit that cap very quickly. So ideally, you will build your base here, your underneath of your rover out of axles and connect the wheels to it. I didn't do that at the start. Didn't matter because you can build strong things at the start regardless. But it helps, you know, every little bit helps. I'm gonna add a couple of these. I don't think this will work, but I think this is good enough. A couple of these. And of course, if I explode, I do not get those blocks back, but let's risk it. Let's risk it. So now we have space for one more turret. There are other blocks like these, like the axle, that allows you to put more things and to lower the reactor load and give bonuses to whatever is attached. So I think that's the thing. At the start of the game, you don't need to care about that. But you know, the quicker you learn about that, is better. Because then you start building just better things. Yeah, we have 3 cannons now. Oops, that guy hit me a lot. Oh, he dropped his bumper. I need that. I want one. There we go. So this was plenty of random blocks. Grab everything. There's more drops over here. Let's see if we got another axle. The tutorial is trying to talk to us. We'll ignore it for a bit. You can add... I don't think you can add these here. Let's see. If I were to do something like this, I don't think this is necessary. I just want to check it out. Because I like the bumpers. Because sometimes you can just run over people and instead remove something. This is not exactly what I wanted. But I guess it works. Bumpers are... I just felt them... They are funny. The faster you go, you can just like do so much damage. And they... If you press L, we can read about the block. It shock absorbs, I guess. Let's see. It lowers the damage from impacts, I believe. Reduces collision damage. Collision damage? Yeah, put this bumper between your attack and rocks to protect important part from collisions. And you can like destroy half of your attack if you move too fast and hit a block. So that's really dangerous. We got another laser. Do we have anything else here? Oh, we got a bunch of Zephyr wheels. These wheels are faster actually. I'm using them incorrectly. But I'm gonna go ahead of myself from the tutorial. I'm just gonna change our wheels. Choose something faster. Are those any different? Let's see. Why is it not attaching to where I want it to? I don't know why it's not attaching there. Let's see. Remove this. And you can hold shift and press left click to remove parts faster. Is this any different? Why is it not attaching there? That's so strange. Oh, maybe this the wheel is bigger, so it's probably colliding with something. That should be it. Yeah, it's probably colliding with bumper. Yeah. Gotta watch out for that. We can though put another one of these. It's gonna become a little asymmetrical and weird, but this will give us coverage, full coverage of the front of the car. And there you go. Whoops, not there. How weird does this look? I think weird enough. We're lacking a wheel, I believe. Yeah, we can press C to clone a block quicker. And we can come over at the skins here Oh, this I think I got this from a different save file. Maybe you unlock skins through to your whole account. I'm not sure. We can select and paint the blocks whatever way we want. There is a way to, I think, control and click. You can paint similar colors, but since our blocks are unlicensed, we cannot repaint them. It's telling me that it's time to expand my base by crafting a basic fabricator. A basic fabricator module lets you craft all sorts of useful structures blocks for your base. The first step in crafting is to gather iron and organics. So we're gonna go mining some iron. However, look at that. There's a bunch of enemies, and there's something interesting here that I want to show you. Let's remove these guys. Give me the blocks, I need them. I think I got something new there, I don't know. Then we have yet another cannon. Oh no, okay, I thought I had removed my cannon, so there we go. Our reactor are nearing the capacity. We're not being greedy at all. We can remove this asymmetrical thing and add this one. So now we have, you see, we got more reactor power because we connected our wheels to an axle. We need another one. So with more reactor power, you can just add more guns, and more guns is always better. Tell me when that's not true. There we go. This guy is down. I think there's nobody over here, is there? Well, there's a guy further away. But you can see there are POIs over around the planet. This is an enemy base that was just left hanging here. And this enemy base, it has, let's see what this is. I think this is a power generator. So that's ours now. And inside here, there is a silo. This is like a little chest of items. So there's resources and 2 cannons, and this is ours now too. So it's super worth to explore and to take over enemy bases and grab the resources for you. Because then you can just go back to your base and build a bigger base. So this is super nice. And they stack. The blocks are stacking, so our inventory is actually holding together pretty nicely. Sometimes there are stuff under the ground too, but we cannot dig yet. So let's go back to base. A little further away. And let's try not to be destroyed, because that would drop so many things. There we go. Did I get another axle? I think not yet, so let's keep going. Oh, and you can go on the water, but you get wet, and I don't know if there's anything bad actually that happens by getting stuck on the water. But what I do is, if you press space, you can do a little hop, a little jump. So when I get stuck, I just like jump back and jump to the beach. But I'm not sure if there's anything terrible that can come out of doing that if you go too far. I don't imagine that there would be, but who knows. Now the game wants us to go back and mine hematite and and grab some iron. There we go. A very interesting thing is that you have this little mini game. It's telling about us right now. Targeting seams when mining any resource type increases resource yields. It reduces debris and mining time. So you can kind of split things together. You know, you can split big chunks of ore into smaller chunks. And I don't know, I just feel that this is working better on single player, even though it should be the same thing. Maybe just an impression. We do need to acquire organics now, and that's acquired. We can go back to the base, but let's mine a little bit more iron here so we can have a start them up. Go. We're out of power. Now we're back. Okay, that should be enough iron to get us going. Oh, we're full though. So yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of iron laying around here. Before we start crafting, we'll see if we'll soft lock ourselves. But let's grab those large platforms. We can do a little small platform like this. And use large platforms to build a bigger one. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. One thing that is good, if you look at the bottom, you have a bunch of controls. If you hold Control and you press like WASD and Q and E, you can like nudge by one grid tile where you want to place things. So that makes things a lot easier. Gonna add those platforms over here. And at any moment, enemies could come around here, although it's not, depending on where you are, it's not super common that the enemies will come around and try to eat your base. They don't go, at least on from where I played, it didn't come straight for my base. But they do appear sometimes. It's getting super dark, so I apologize for that. I don't have like lights yet. There's a bunch of light blocks in the game. That makes everything brighter. We need another ramp. So with that, we got a little base going. We can move our tech yard over to the top there. Gonna keep it like here maybe. Let's see. And this will be increased over time. It's just so we don't have many issues building. I want to put things here. We can select cab crafting. Not crab crafting, but cab. Come on, don't be crafting crabs in TerraTech. You cannot do that. Maybe one day, who knows? Crab craft today. What? So I made a basic fabricator. We got a power generator from the enemies, and you can do by hand or in your car large platforms and things like that. I think this is not super efficient. I think on your base you can make it better. It's not as expensive, if I remember correctly. So we can do a basic fabricator, and now we can craft at home, which is always good. This requires power, and we've attached the basic fabricator. Okay. The tutorial is going a little crazy because I've moved things around. It did not detect power, and it's gonna give us a bootstrap power generator, and we've been gifted one. This one is super cool because I don't know how common it is, but this power generator, it doesn't take anything to generate power, and I don't think there's a recipe for it, even though I clicked track recipe. So let me disable that. We can just drag this to our base, and there we go. The base is now powered. And power is shared through the whole grid, through the whole connected blocks here. So this thing, if it generates power, the carbon power generator, it will power the whole base. There is no like wires and things like that. It's very clean. But you can, if you want, make separate grids, separate bases, and connect them with wires. It's just like inside of the same grid, power is shared normally. We have one more laser. Wow, it's hard to see here. Let's see, the fabricator is ready. Craft a block licenser module to license the blocks you've scavenged. Use the basic fabricator to crumble. Yeah, it's telling me the same thing twice. So we can do. Where's the licensor? Here. So we can set this up and attach it to our tech yard. Where is that? Here. It's a tiny little building. And with that, we can now, talk to the space station or whatever. You can see it's a little communication device. We can now do block licensing. So block licensing, is basically buying the blocks that you've scavenged from enemies. So let's press E here. And it's saying license some blocks to keep them permanently. Do the blocks on your tech first, otherwise you'll risk losing them. So you can select all of that, and we're going to spend a lot of money. But now all the blocks on our car are ours. If we die, we're not gonna lose them. Also, I hear combat music. Sorry, sometimes you do get stalked, so you gotta pay attention to that. What else is here? I want to get a little horn, and maybe a couple more cannons, another laser. Do we need anything else? As we can try getting more wheels later. That's all I'm gonna grab from those, and we can sell everything else. Gives us a little money back. Let's sell that too. So there you go. Our inventory is looking much more clean. What's next for the tutorial? I believe we'll do... it wants to upgrade our wheels. We've already done that. So that's good. I do know we still need repairs and a storage module. So we've got license blocks. We can store infinite number of license blocks at the tech yard. To enable that license block storage, you need a block storage module. Craft and attach a block storage module next. So yeah, if we come here, there's a block storage module. I'm crafting that. And this is pretty good. Like there's, you know, there's not a whole lot, at least that I played, to micro manage. So I'm gonna add this here. And it's a little black hole thing. Just create a little singularity and throw your items in there. So we can enter build mode close to the tech yard, and if you hold left shift and press left click, we can, you know, store blocks in here that we do not want to use right now. This only works for tech blocks. I don't know how base blocks are gonna get stored later, but I stored them on silos. I'm gonna show you this very soon. So the block storage is set up. Store any license blocks you don't need in your cargo before heading back out. So yeah, so you don't drop them, you can just keep things at base. Also, we have limited space. We can drop this small silo over here. Actually place it. And by opening it, whoops, let's press tab. Oh, I didn't read the tutorial. I think it said to make a basic repair module. So let's do that. While it's doing that, we can come over here and add like our base parts inside, so we don't keep bringing them along. Geological surveying enabled, you can find specific resources using a scanner Mark 1, and we have been gifted it. So we can press tab and add this little scanner to our rig here. I guess I'm gonna place it in front. Oh, the pilot cannot see anything. It's actually a good idea, at least it wasn't the first one, to just envelop this with armor. There's no problems doing so. Can we use more guns? Without... I don't know what happens when they do that. They block each other's line of sight. We're actually maxed out on reactor power already. We can also do something like this. Get different angles on the weapons. You can hold control to scan for resources. Oh, we can see some over there. And if we hover our mouse, you can see it's scanning. So there's iron and lithium on the other side of the... There's a river there, I believe. That's good. Did we do the repair charge? Let's see. I was crafting something, but I don't know what happens when you close the screen during craft. I guess it cancels that. Got that. And we can place the basic charge here too. There's another module that will upgrade the tech yard. Now we can load up our tech with repair charges. You can press tab here, and you can see those little wrenches are restore charges. So if we get like halfway destroyed, we can use those during combat or when, you know, far away from the base to restore our parts because they are licensed, so we get them back. I guess it's like insurance. Repair charges have been loaded. Press R to initiate repair the next time your tech is damaged. There you go. Let's paint the whole thing. Also, we can also paint the whole base. Don't know what's gonna be the colors here, but oh, I had this issue. Sometimes when you oops, I'm shooting my base. Oh, it's giving me the platforms now. It gave me like 9 platforms, so we can build the base up a little bit further. Platforms can be used to make a neat foundation for a base, and power flows via connected platforms. Yeah, I got ahead of myself there. Platforms can be changed into a different variant, different shapes, or different attach point layouts. So here's a cool thing. And I don't remember this being on the first game. I remember everything being singular blocks. But if you hold Alt and press D and A, you will change the variant of your block. Sorry, I had to pause for a second. But if we change the variant here, they change the both sides of the block. You see, the both faces, and sometimes on the borders as well. They change visually, but you can actually see those little pips. I don't know how they are called. The white spots where you can attach things. They are attachment points. But so you can have a window, but then the window will only attached on those like 4 faces, and not on the main ones. So you know, choices you have to make. Lots of blocks can be changed to a different variant. Here are some ramps too, to use them to get onto the platform. So there you go. The ramps we've used, there are different variants, so you can make borders and things. For this little base here, I'm gonna expand this just a little further, so we can climb it through both directions. Have more of these. Prospecting onboarding complete. Well done. You're now ready to get started. Almost. Primary objective issued. The GSO needs your assistance. There are 4 major infrastructure projects that must be completed on this planet. The 4 bastions. We need you to find, secure, and complete a bastion project on each of the 4 continents of this planet. For this, you will be handsomely rewarded. Your first step in this is to find a forest trader so you can purchase some equipment. There you go. So we already have an objective to go out exploring. It's telling us to follow the purple pip in our radar. So let's do a base expansion here, even though we're probably gonna change the whole thing eventually. But we can start doing this. I do need more ramps. Let's see, there's a platform crafter, which is, you know, if you're a base builder, I highly recommend just do this. But then you need iron ingots, and that's when the game starts getting a little bit more involved. You can make a smelter, so you can craft like iron ore into ingots, but then you need a little bit of an infrastructure, which would be like a small silo or 2 actually, and then a couple of conduits, because there is automation in this. There is a little bit of factory building. I don't know how much there is, but there is some. So let's add these away from here. Can we do a few more long platforms? 2 will suffice. We don't have a lot of minerals, but I'm already gonna do this. I'm gonna add this to the next place. There you go. I liked doing this, so it gets neat and organized. You don't have to do it this way. I don't know how people do this, but this is the thing I liked about doing like automation setups. I could not find like a big piece with a lot of attachment points, so I used this to make like an adapter or something. So it's like a little table. Can we really change the... Oops, sorry. Can we change the color of this base? There we go. And then we can, you know, maybe change the colors of the buildings and do a little thing where power generation and inputs are red. Things like that. There we go. And the tables can be a different color. Don't even know. Okay. It's just like the basic color was getting to me. We can paint more later. There we go. It gets a little visually distinct instead of everything being yellow. The smelter can go in the middle here. You can see that it has, let's turn that around. It has those red points, and those are different from the white attachment points. Those are, I don't know how the game calls those. Let's see if they say that, or maybe on the conduit. But you can see the conduits, they're like conveyor belts, let's say. Oop, let me try that again. Let's see if it says something about this attachment point. Yeah, conduit attach point. There you go. The white ones are attach points, and the red X's are conduit attach points. So if you do that, now you can transfer items automatically between connected blocks in machines and silos and all that. Direction matters, so you can see the arrow there. It matters. So let's put it like this, and we can put a silo here. And actually, by default, it's a trap, because this silo, you can see it has no conduit attachment points. If you hold Alt and press like D, we can change it to a variant that actually has attachment points for conduits. So we can do automation. You can also do something like this, pick up one of the conduits and do it like that. That works. But I've never used this one. I just want to show that, you know, you can make very compact things. Actually, is that, yeah, that's a little bit more compact, so let's go with that. Oops, I am just not doing it correctly. There was no need to do this, but I'm doing it. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to see. Oh, you can just do it like this? Okay. You can just change the faces and play with Legos on this. It's really good. And I just feel like this second game plays much better than the first one in every regard. It just feels like so much more of a solid game than the first one. First one felt a little bit strange to me. This is a silo. It's used for storing things. Sometimes outlaw bases have silos with treasure inside. You can only open an outlaw silo after the base insignia has been destroyed. Yeah, the tutorial got a little bit of ahead of itself there. So let's change the skin. The inputs will be, let's say, red, and the outputs, intermediaries, will be yellow. There you go. And the machines can be red. Power generation can be yellow. There we go. If we drop irons here, it should be pulling into the smelter. If we select the right recipe. And you heard the sound, the base is out of power. You know, this base does not have a lot of power. It only has this bootstrap, and it's generating 30, but we need 40 power. So to do that, come over here and drop some organics. There we go. Now, our little smelter is working. And we have iron ingots, and we can do things with that. I just wanted to show real quick that this game does have crafting, automation, base building, and it's, you know, I really like that. Some people I see play the game a lot for the combat or for building vehicles. I love the automation side of it. The first one felt super clunky in my opinion for base building, even though there were some features there that are not here yet. But this one just feels super smooth, the base building at least. As much as I played, I just felt it super smooth. I'm gonna grab some iron here. Is that iron? It is. That's a big chunk of iron though. I broke it down. Go, and we can run back to the base over there. Ooh, I'm a bit stuck in this terrain. These wheels are not super great. They're actually super tiny. And you know what? Let me do a little thing. I just noticed. I think there's a possibility here. We could... Oh, we are at the cap. I was going to add a couple more wheels. If I move these here, will that be bad? Move these here. Oh, that goes outside of the axle. We need more axles to make this a little bit better. Oh, okay. And here, actually. There you go. Looks kinda cool, even though that's the weak spot right there. Oh, it's so dark. I need to head out. Why am I inoperable? Oh, I move things outside of the axle. I'm a derp, so I guess there's no hope for us. Oop, until we get more axles. Alright, I dropped my Lego on the floor. Okay. We don't really have any axles, right? How many iron ingots we got? Wait, none? Whoops. This is so dark though. I need to head out. Oh, I misplaced the conduits. There we go. Direction matters. That should be working because its outputs are here. I got the outputs by hand. Not that I wanted to do that. Oh, I think this here has the wrong I don't know what's happening. I didn't place things on the right spot. Okay, there we go. We had to debug the machine. I want to get another conduit. So this becomes like a compact little setup. There we go. Compact furnace setup. We need another silo. I'm gonna tell you why in a second. And another conduit. Where's the silo? Oh, we need organics. Okay. Let's grab a few trees here. And you don't have to play it this way. I just want to showcase a little bit of base building real quick. But I would rather be exploring. It's more rewarding, let's say. Until you get the technology you need for base building. You can also cut the trees using the seams. Go. How much organics was that? Not a lot. That should be enough. Can make another silo. Do we have the platform fabricator? Yeah, this is one thing I want. And I think that's enough for now. There's a lot of interesting things here, but the coolest things require copper, which we haven't found yet. Let's place this on the back. And these guys can come over here. Where's the front of it? Does it even have a face? No, it doesn't. There we go. This is the platform fabricator. It's another crafter, and it allows you to make ramps and all sorts of blocks. So if you're into building, these large concrete foundations are super amazing for, you know, building our starter base. So that's how I would approach it. There's also water platforms in case you want to build a base in the water, which is too early for us to be thinking about. Need a couple more ramps to finish the other side of the base. I think it's supposed to be maybe 3 or 2. Oh, light poles require copper, which we don't have yet. Okay, and I don't think... Can we attach those? I think we can. It's gonna be a little weak structure, but they can be attached to each other like this. It has attachment points on the ramp. Oh, need 1 or 2 more, maybe even 4. Oof. Just a lot of ramps. We did get a lot of iron though. Oh, one thing about the editor, if you hold right click the build mode, it will focus on the block you're aiming. So that makes it, you know, I was finding the camera there. So now this became much easier to just attach things. I would need another kind of block, but let's use this one here so we can actually support the ramps. Wow, this place is super high. And it keeps going and going. Oh man, I dislike doing huge ramps. But anyway, that's a weird sentence. Like, I like trains, I dislike huge ramps. Let's build these here. And the conduit that goes with it. Who is that going there? There we go. So over here we can just add organics, and we'll pull into the carbon generator on the input and generate power. It only consumes when the base has a need, or to charge the batteries or something like that. I don't like that there's that enemy over there just hanging around close to our base. So I think we're ready to head out actually. I'm just gonna drop my inventory at base, then we can move out. Because it's super lucrative to just, you know, license out evil people. These guys can hang in there if they want. They're too far from me. We'll see if this ramp works. I don't think we'll be able to climb here. Oof. That. Hey, time to show you how to repair. Ouch. I just hit the ramp and that exploded half my thing. So I guess we're gonna need 3 more ramps. And a long platform. Well, we have a large one. Oh man, I keep right-clicking for some reason and shooting my own base. Let's place these down here. Oops. It gets a little awkward. I'm not a pro in building when it comes to looking underneath a block. Not sure why it's not fitting there. Is there a different block there? There is. Oh, I already have the support. Does this work? It kind of does, it kind of doesn't, because it's still a little... It's a very steep hill. See? I need like 3 more ramps. This became the ramp crafting stream. Let's go. This is why I didn't want to spend time looking at where I'm placing the base, but I spent a long time just positioning the initial blocks and measuring it. You can use like different blocks to just measure things to avoid this kind of crazy. Let's target there. Awkward building stream. Let's go. There we go. What is holding that? I don't think there's an issue because this one hit. Oh, we can do this. That works. Wow, you can actually go. Okay, I never noticed you could do this. I don't think that's super normal. Maybe it's because I'm targeting something. Yeah, I think it's because I'm targeting a block that's under the floor already. But that's kind of helpful though. It's very helpful. So we can just do this. Oh, but positioning blocks doesn't work when you're looking under the floor. Maybe it's not letting me because it's fully under the floor. So let's sell blocks here. There are inventory and place everything on silos. This little silo here, I'm gonna add like a bunch of things that I do not want to convert. Debris. Actually, this here will be like my ore thing. We're gonna convert a bunch of iron into iron ingots. This one we'll need. These organics can stay here. There we go. Have enough to keep going. We can find a forest trader by following their purple pip. You can see on the map there's a purple icon there to the west. So let's head that way. One thing though. Where did I see the enemy base? There's an enemy base. Wow, someone just dropped from heaven, the heavens above. In front of me. There's a big base up there. So I kind of want to check that out. Wow, something just shot a cannon at me. Was that like a plant? Yeah, those plants, they shoot at you. They're very mean. And one of the most funny things I've seen in this game, because I don't remember the other one having evil flora, maybe it had, just don't remember, is the NPCs and interaction with the plants. Accidental ones, I guess. But it's very funny when it happens. So I saw one incredible scene of just an NPC getting blasted by one of these plants. You can see that happening here. So as long as they are firing at the enemies, I'm fine. They're getting mad at the plants, but look at that. He could be destroyed by that plant. Let's just check if that will happen. Ouch. He's actually hitting me really badly. Yeah, look at that. The plant is doing work. I think the plant destroyed someone. So let's pick this guy up. They're coming over. The little cannons are just putting in the work. Just smashing those guys. this base is not protected by a base insignia, because there is like a little enemy protection on the bases. Just come over here. Oh, and this is the most important block in the game. Light bulbs. There is a Sirocco laser. See, we don't have enough to add a new laser in, but we can keep that laser. Grab the silo. There, it's a big base, but it's mostly just structure blocks. And I think this thing over at the top is a power pylon. We haven't discovered that yet, but it basically transfers power between bases. I'm not sure if there's a way at the early game to deconstruct something completely quick. So what I do is just hold shift and destroy the foundations. Maybe there's a better way, but I don't know. Here you go. If you destroy the foundations, you can see that everything attached to it drops to the floor. It takes a bunch of clicking. And on the first game, there were like mid-game solutions to this kind of problem. But I don't know how it works here. There we go. Just a lot of blocks falling down. I'm gonna do that on the next base too. I'm gonna need to hop back to base and drop all these blocks, because we're already full. There we go. Looks a little bit like TNT. Let's grab all of these. There's no space in our cargo. All of these. You can just drive around and it will pick up the things that you have in your inventory and stacked by itself. Oh, what is that on the floor? Oh, is there gonna be... Oh god, there's a storm around coming up. If we add this silo over here, we can just dump a few things and come back for it later. Close the build mode so we collect everything. And in that way, you get a lot of blocks, so you don't really need to spend time crafting like I was doing. I was just showing. Can we move these? Take that to base. Can you do like the Kenshi way? Not add these to our vehicle because it's too big. This will not be necessary, but I never test that out. Oh, it's just organics, so... If we want it, this actually works. How far does it go? Here we are, doing shenanigans already. It goes pretty far. We can do this. We can bring this to base. Just want to test the viability of this strat. Go. That's alright. We do not need to be uber loot goblins. Like, loot goblin will do. I don't need to go so far. Of course, while I'm saying this, I'm testing out if I can drag silos. Drag a little backpack to base. And hey, we can. It works. That's good. It's not silly if it's effective. There you go. This one I will actually use. And we have lithium, so I'm gonna add some lithium here. So we can use lithium to make lithium bars and make a couple of other cool stuff. Add organics here so we don't run out of power. Blocks. Oops, that's not how you start blocks. There you go. In terms of licensing, let's just see here. What do we want to license? I guess we don't have one of these lasers. Everything else can just go, because we don't have enough reactor power to keep it anyway. And making money is always good. There we go. Don't know if this laser is worth it. This laser is a weapon, not really a resource laser. Not really efficient in terms of, harvesting. It does very little damage, but it's 360 arc, so that it has that going for it. But I remember just not liking this one. It takes like too much reactor load. Start it on here for now. Oops. I also have these ammo here that will drop there. I kind of like having a base building silo, like a couple of silos just with base building blocks, because they are not really compatible with other things and don't fit on the base, on the base storage. At night now, this place is gonna look a lot brighter, a lot better, because we have these power poles. Paint them. Is there a white color? I don't think there is. Well, and we can go back to exploring. We got a lot of profit from that little base. And check out on the horizon for enemy bases. You know, this thing looks suspicious, but who knows what that is. Wow, 2 enemy drops. That looks very suspicious. And I know there's a little base over here. It's a ramp or something. I need better wheels because I can barely climb these. There you go, a silo and a plant just blasting them. Oh, did you see what just happened? Wow. That's what I'm talking about. Fun interactions with plants. Like, see what this plant does. What happened to this guy? Well, let's collect the loot first. So I'll show you why he just flew. And he dropped half of his pieces by falling from the sky like that. And this interaction with NPCs and plants is too funny to me. There you go. That little plant there is, to me, is one of the most dangerous I've seen. It just pushes you, but if you're coming in really hot, really fast, or if it picks you at a certain angle, it might just, you know, launch you and really hurt. And I've seen very, very funny things with NPCs in that plant. One of them being the NPC getting launched at a resource and the resource exploding, and the NPC just being instantly destroyed. I don't think I'm gonna be destroying all of this. However, I do really like these pieces here. Long, how's it called? Long platforms. To use them like little tables. I'm gonna grab those so I don't have to spend resources on them. It's a little dangerous to be disassembling this because I don't know if it would just disassemble it all. I'm curious though, what's underneath these pieces? Nothing. It's just a strange little like wall. I don't really get what this place is supposed to be. And it feels like part of it is under the floor here. Can we do the funny thing? Yeah, we can. Oh, wow. Okay, it's just like a super structure. It doesn't really have anything worthwhile. This is not cheeky and cheesy at all. At this point in the game, I don't think we would be able to do anything about this anyway. In case it had like good blocks underneath. Wow, that was a confusing camera switch. Just one thing I wanted to check. What was that on the right side? Is it just like a power pole? Yeah. Sometimes these bases can have interesting blocks. I don't want to say hidden away, but you can miss some things that are good for free. I have an impression, maybe... No, okay, I thought I had lost one of my lasers. So where should we be going? To the purple pip. Let's go to the purple pip. You're already kind of full. Oh god. my camera was too zoomed in. That wasn't intentional. Oof. Oh, there you go. I love this plant. Like, I hate to be caught by them, but look at that. That little plant just wrecked this guy. It's so funny. Just be playing the game normally, then you see an NPC just flying at you and exploding. I got a lot of damage out of these little deaths. More people are coming at me. Why is there? Wow, there we go. That plant is just ruining everyone's day. I do need a headlight, even though I do not have reactor power to to use it. I desperately need a headlight. We have one. Do we have? We do have. Let me repair. Oh, I lost half my cab. That's why it was looking weird. Wait. I'm still losing half my cab. Maybe I should go back to base. This is weird. Can you see that? I'm not. Did I remove the bumper? I'm missing a bumper, I think. Maybe it was unlicensed and it got destroyed. I don't know. We got a couple of new blocks. There's a horn. There is a headlight. And there's the hollow helocator. I think this just changes, yeah, the position of your little radar. Don't really have any use for that right now. It's okay being on the cockpit. The headlamp does, you know, what the headlamp does. It goes with your direction of mouse, which is really good. There are other types of lamps, of course. Over here at weapons and equipment, you can actually assign what will be right click, left click, shift, control, like what each block will fire and all of that. Because sometimes you want your lasers to be on shift for some reason, but you can do that. Hey, there you go. You're not a true Brazilian if you don't do that every time you hear a horn. Like the Brazilian culture warms. Let's keep going to the west. What was that on the right? There was a big pink thing on the right. Now I'm... Oh, God. Oh, man, these plants are extremely dangerous. Wow. Oh, this is mud. Wow. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. We're getting pinballed. Oof. I'm glad I didn't lose anything from that. I think there's like passive healing or regeneration. It's super dark though. Let me know if it's too dark on the stream. Let me see if there's like a gamma thing, because it looks super dark. Is there a gamma thing? There is. Maybe that makes... Well, it doesn't feel like it made a difference. Maybe it reverted. Well, now it's too extreme. Is that good enough? Maybe that's good enough. Wow, 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 wow. Look at that. I'm gonna get blasted. Ooh. What's happening? This game just became an environmental hazard. The game. It's not the enemies that are the most dangerous. It's just everything else. My attention was brought here because there's something on the top of this mountain. And there was a great man that once said, if you look at that mountain, you can climb all the way to the top of that mountain. And maybe what you find there is 16 times the detail. Well, I'm stuck now, and the lightning storm is like sentient. 16 times the height. I knew if I said that, I would just spawn you, Mr. Aquaphobic Seal. I knew if I said that sentence, you would just appear. It's like you're... I don't know. It's the calling. It's a true call. I don't think I can climb that. Well, maybe if I come through here. I don't even have like better wheels to do this, so I don't think this is gonna work, but believe. Believe. We got traction, baby. Who's laughing now? Look at that guy. That guy is huge. He's extremely evil. And I cannot say... Wow, look at that. He survived that. I do not want to be lost. My god, that was crazy. These freaking plants are insane. My attack has been damaged. Yeah, no. There you go. I lost half of it. Oh, I'm being frozen here, and my cargo is full. Can we just interact with this? No, there's a base insignia somewhere here. There it is. We haven't seen that yet. But base insignias are just like a shield. You have to destroy them before you can loot the enemy base. I don't know if being cold... I've never been here. So I don't know if being cold destroys you. This always drops like my frames to 10. I'm actually dropping blocks. So let's just loot these here. What is that? Gold wiring. Small battery. Oh man, I gotta move fast. Silicone. Is there anything else here that is interesting? There's like a base battery. Might still being frozen. Yes. I can't see anything, so... I don't know how to protect against the cold. This little spotlight can stay. I think my spotlight dropped. Yeah, my spotlight got destroyed. Weird. Ah. Sometimes you can get caught up in the controls. My spotlight got destroyed and dropped, but I picked that up again, so I have it again. Because it's unlicensed, it just keeps dropping. And what the hell is that? Okay. What the hell is that wall? Are we building walls now? Let's drop. Let's leave. I guess I'm gonna have to go back to base. I wasn't... Like, I wanted to go forward, but I need to store all the scrap. Whoops. That was a nice landing. There was a big enemy that got thrown off. And I guess it's stuck here now. Yeah, he's stuck in that tree. Come on, dude. Drop me your blocks, thank you. I have no space. I shouldn't. Axles, yes. I actually want new wheels, but I don't know if anyone here is running better wheels. Wheels are always expensive, so if you can drop those, it's amazing. Wow. The true enemy, the true boss of this game is those plants. It's amazing. I need to plant a bunch of those around my base. That would make it protected. Head back. Where's the base again? To the left. Also, oop! God damn it. The tutorial is trying to kill me. It's telling me that I've lost some blocks, that I can drive my tech back to repair or respawn to my tech yard if I cannot move. Yeah, if you lose all your repair charges and if you lose all your wheels, I guess you're in trouble. So you can respawn back to base, even though I don't know what the punishment is for doing so. No space in your cargo. We do need to head out to that trader and do this objective, because the trader will help us so much. We're basically using tier 0 tech here and just having fun with the whole weirdness that is moving around. But the trader is actually super good and important, so I'm gonna head there now. Okay, I'm gonna start playing seriously. Let me flip my hat backwards. Drop all the ore here. You know what? Let's make lithium. So when I come back, I have lithium bars or whatever. Lithium ingots. Got so much ammo. What is that? Angled weapon mount. Hey, these are good. Angled weapon mounts are good. So many cannons. And a bumper. Where's the axle? The battery is super good because it adds a new power bar to you, but it's just so expensive to run. This is more like if you're doing a laser build or a mining car. This gold wiring, you know, I know it's important, so I'm gonna drop things here that are important or that I don't have another one of. The angle weapon mounts, we're gonna talk about that in a second. Well, we can license some blocks here. I want the weapon mounts, and you know, is my bumper licensed? I don't even know. Sir, do you have a license for that bumper? I do not. So you now lost your car. Is it how it is in some countries? How do I license again? Press E there. And click here. And click that. There we go. I think all of these can be sold. So let's have a quick look at our tech. I think we can change this here. Just the most important part of our car. We can switch it to an axle. And I kind of want to go and add another one here, because this car is too small. It's a little, I guess maybe that's a little early to be doing this, but it's weird to have a single line of blocks holding the whole thing together. Still not perfect. Not perfect, but it's my car. No, not perfect, but it's ours. Oops, I dropped that laser. Goes back here. The little axle. Where's the little axle? Oh, it's that one. Okay. Do that. Add the wheels here. So now we've expanded the car to be 2 tile wide, so it does not look weird the way it was looking before. Hopefully. That is correct, comrade. Our car, exactly. We're playing like a communist run here. 100%. The whole game is all about corporations and licensing and all of that. Would be funny. They would never go that route, I guess. But, you know, it would be funny. There's already pirates, so who knows what their views are. That. A little laser. Well, that's a good place for a spotlight. We have a spotlight. We have a horn. We have a horn. But I kind of wanted. I think I lost my spotlight and sold it, which is a derp move. Go. So this looks a little less weird. Looks more like a little hover, asymmetric. Guess these lasers can stay on the front. Oh yeah, there's a cool block here that I need to show. All we are missing is a spotlight. Since we're running axles all around, and let's paint that. I don't know where I got this skin from. I really have no idea. But it looks so much better. And you can do... I'm not going to mess too much with this because I crashed the game previously when playing around with this. But you can customize this one. It's a more special, I guess, skin. So you can do patterns and stuff. I don't really understand how that works. But you can, you know, you see there, we can change the little colors of the different components of the block. So it adds a little texture to it. But I was playing around with this, and it was the only bug I found in I don't know how many hours, and it crashed the game. So rip. These angled weapon mount, is super good. It provides a rotated firing position for a weapon. I don't know if it has variants. I don't like these ones specifically. There are better weapon mounts, but see what it does. It lowers 50% of a reactor load when you use a gun attached to it. So that's huge. You can spam weapons if you use those, and there are different types of weapon mounts. It amplifies and adds superconductor, which I have no idea what these buffs are. So we have two. Let's do a couple ones like in the front. Can we do something like this? Oh, terrible. That's how you're supposed to. This is how I want to use those. I want to attach them this way so the cannons go on the top. And it's much better, of course, when you do weapons on these. Make actually turrets and elevated positions. This works much better instead of doing the way I was doing because I don't have the blocks. Now we can add even more cannons because, you know, our wheels are on the axles. Our guns, at least a couple of them, are on the weapon mount. So it's a lot less expensive to run them. I want more weapon mounts. We have more cannons here, so we can add those. Add those in. Maybe here. How many can we do? I think maybe 3 more. Oh, let's check what the amplify is. 10% weapon damage. I guess superconductor is a bonus for laser weapons. Yeah, it lowers power consumption. So these are great for mounting all your weapons. You do need to find them, craft them, and etc. Sirocco laser. I don't want to test that out. It's a big laser. Tank is overloaded. Oops. I guess this one is so expensive to run. I think I have more cannons. I feel like one of... Like you know, there are some people in Europe that have tanks in their garage and they never gave it back to the government and they hide it and things like that. Or there are literally people in rural areas with a whole arsenal and they don't mind that it's there. Like, sometimes I hear the news online. It's super funny to me. You know, Brazil didn't have those, so you don't get to hear that. Like, hey, my granddad has 2 tanks in the garage. Don't tell anyone. Oh, I think I sold my cannons. But it was funny. Like, I had 6 cannons just laying around. But now they are no longer here. So I guess we can move. Did I really sell those? That's weird. Do I have a spotlight? Let's get a spotlight. And head out. Well, keep pressing tab to license blocks. And you do not press tab to license blocks. You press E here. It's like different UI modes for different things. Sometimes it confuses you. There we go. Don't know if these guns will work when they're placed like that. Can we do a little thing and paint those red? So we can see them in action. Just the whole experience of playing the game is a lot better than the first one to me. The first one felt so clunky. And this one feels nice and smooth. And I love all the sounds and the art and the things. So, you know, I haven't played much longer than where we are. But I still don't see why it's mixed reviews. Should I go on a rant? Maybe not. Well, 3 people just dropped on my left. Do I really want to deal with them? I don't think so, but they are close to my base. Well, there are a lot of enemy plants here, so let them. So my little rant is, people use Steam reviews to complain about early access games and give feedback So they're like, I'm gonna leave a negative review about this unbalanced cannon because I'm mad at it. Or like, this wheel is too slow, so I'm gonna leave a unrecommended because, hey, the wheel's too slow. I'm not saying it's what happened here, but you know, people do be like that sometimes. So you cannot get an accurate idea of a game by looking at reviews when people are doing that. That's annoying. That's why nowadays I go and read a lot of reviews, and I not read a lot, but like skim through a lot, and I sort them by date. So I see the more recent ones, so I can see like the latest ones. What are they saying? Because one thing that happens when there's a sale, when there is like a winter sale or whatever, new people will come to the game and buy it for cheap, 90% discount, and then they will leave a positive review. And that's the other way around. They are comparing the game like, oh, I got this for like $2, so it's an amazing game. So then you get a lot of positive skewing of a game that's not, sometimes not great. It's a weird way. Hey, you know what? Write better reviews, people. Do better. God damn it. No, but for real, it's weird both ways, like being overly positive or being overly negative. In Brazil, we have this, and it pisses me off. I don't know, Brazilians cannot write reviews. They go not for games. Games are okay. But you go into Amazon or whatever, and you read a product review, and someone will say, I can screenshot this if people don't believe me. I can go and pick those up and just show you. People will say, I love this product. It didn't work, but I love it. What the hell does that mean? You go on like Amazon or whatever, eBay and sort of websites, and people leave like those weird, and it's not bots. It's literally like, oh, like I saw one where it was like, this got to my home. It's not working, but like I love the packaging and the design. Like the fuck, 5 stars. Come on. Yeah, what the hell, man? And then for games, you kind of, it's kind of better because gamers are more passionate. But like, it's weird. The TerraTech one had a lot of this kind of game usually has a passionate sort of community, and it's super understandable because there are some devs. Now I went for the players. Now I'm gonna attack the devs. I'm gonna make everyone unhappy. Some devs are weirdos. All devs are weirdos, but some devs are weird, and I'm kind of one of them sometimes. So I'm saying this from experience. You have like this great idea in your mind, and you feel it plays really good. I've already said this on stream. For example, when I worked on a game, everybody that played that game, like that was working on the game and would test it, everyone played the game with sound off. The sound was off. So there would be a bunch of sound bugs or weird music. Like people didn't play with the sound on. It was super bizarre. And sometimes you see the effect of that. What comes out of... Sometimes you play a game and the sound is completely bugged. So nowadays when I see that, I'm like, oh, these guys are... You know, I've been there. My team was just not playing the game with sound because they said the sound was annoying them. So they turned it off. You see how that's a problem? Can you see how that's a problem? Like if the sound is annoying you, if the game sound... You are working on the game. And I always tell this to people, if the sound or if something annoys you as a developer, like as a player, that will be just unplayable. I don't know why, I cannot really explain the meaning of that, but like when something would annoy me during play, for example, remember in that game, the resource costs were very weird. If you want to craft a table, it's like 1 wood and 1 stone. So I would tell the guys like, hey, why are we doing like 1 wood and 1 stone? Why don't we do like, you know, look at the graphics. It looks like it uses like 4 wood planks. We have wood planks in the game. And of course my team was like, hey, you are kind of the guy that deals with that, so you deal with it. But I agree. It's just that that project was funny because we didn't want to step on anyone's toes, you know. It was an indie, no budget, just friends making games, and then we would try not to anger each other. But it was eye-opening. Because I do play a lot of indie games. It's mostly what I care about. Honestly, I haven't played an AAA in so long. Well, I guess double A's might count. But I do see those things affecting people, like not playing with sound, not like, oh, this is annoying, but it's fine. Not respecting the player's time. There was one game that I played that I knew the dev, And when talking to them, it was like, well, this is not a problem because every time this happens to me in the game, I use the teleport function. But there's a debug menu that only I have access to, so when there's a problem, I just teleport. I'm like, what the fuck? So the player can go screw themselves. So, like, did not receive item, but I did. If I did get it, I would have given it 5 stars. So I'm leaving 5 stars here for this project. Product double B's. Yeah, that's how it goes on the reviews. It's amazing. I'm not sure if it's on every country like that, but like Brazil has been like that for 15 years. I keep making jokes of it. You go see like you go buy a fan. It's hot. It's summer now here on the southern hemisphere. You go buy like a ventilator, like a fan, and people are giving 5 stars to everything. And then you have to scrounge. You have to look really deep on those people to like make videos and take pictures. Another problem in Brazil, everyone is paid. If you want to buy, for example, a computer chair, an office chair, everyone is paid by the company. Everyone. Give me, I always challenge people, give me one exception. Show me one YouTuber that uses an office chair that is not sponsored. I don't know what happens in Brazil. It's just, turbo capitalism is getting here. And it's so funny. You cannot buy an office chair. You can never be sure. You can never be sure. Unless you do what I did, which, my brother-in-law, he got one. So I sat down and I was like, hey, use it for a day, he told me. That's what I do with people. I'm like, hey, do you want to test this thing for a day? That's the only way you're sure when like the whole market is polluted with sponsored people. They make fake videos. They say crazy things. And it's sad. I don't want to give the impression that Brazil is like, this isn't normal. This is a newer thing, maybe from 5-10 years ago. And it's not every market, but some product lines are completely cornered. Completely. It's just like everyone is a liar. Product caught fire, but I forgive it because it looked so awesome. 5 stars. That's, you can see things like that in phone chargers. I wanted to buy a power bank. I spent like 2 days choosing a freaking power bank. How much is that? Like $20? $30? It's just a simple like a power bank, a battery, or even a phone charger. You have to research for 3 days. Because I did get one from a random place once, and it actually exploded. It didn't do like a fire or anything, but it did like kind of explode. Because I bought it from a physical place, random location. I don't know how you do that, how you make a phone charger that explodes, but it did in 2 days. So now I'm super careful with those, and you just cannot find them. Traders also stock. I'm just jumping back to the game. Gamer chairs. Holds out hand, expecting money after trying your recommended product. Yeah, exactly. Gamer chairs. Now I understood what you're saying. The gamer chairs. I don't know if that's the market's cornered. Let me hydrate after ranting for like 10 minutes straight. I don't know how it is in other countries, but in Brazil it's just hilarious. They will make videos. They will not. And I think by law here, you have to say you're being sponsored. So they will not say that, and they will make like, hey, I saw a video just like this. I found the chair that I dreamed since I was a kid. The dude was saying that. This was my dream of a chair since I was a kid. And he does all this thing, and he pretends he's not sponsored. And then you look at the chair company, they make like, oh, look at this organic video. Hey guys, look at this organic video, like this testimonial, like this 2-minute review of our gamer chair. No, we didn't play this guy at all. He and you can see the box. There was one of those. I don't think it was this one. One of these videos, the guy was getting like the box. There is a tag that is written like review something. I don't remember what it's called. I even showed that to my wife. I was like, what the hell is happening? The guy was pretending not to be sponsored, and the box had literally written on it like review version. It wasn't review. It was like something about. I wanted to remember the right term, but it was clearly for reviewers, like press version. It was so stupid. What the hell is happening? I hope we don't go on that direction. Our chairs have extra sharp corners on them to corner the market. That's it. 100%. Check out full RGB cushions. You want to see the irony? The chair I'm using right now belongs to the company I'm talking about. Because it's probably one of the best ones, but everything they do It's terrible. Yeah. The irony, like they did not need to do all this bullshit. They just need to be real. But I think like since the whole market is cornered and everything sucks, like the best streamers. There's one guy in Brazil that's a huge streamer, um, and he uses this share. And you go into stores and it's always the most sold out share. But if you see a picture of it from 1 or 2 years later, the chair is like synthetic leather. It's absolutely destroyed. You know, I'm not big on chairs. I'm just like super fascinated by this bizarre super capitalism market. Everyone buys that freaking chair and it's terrible. But since they cornered the market so hard, everyone else, even the good guys, are just desperate, just wild. I like products that are so good they don't even advertise. You just find this gem that's great and no one knows it. Like this Alla F108 keyboard. Let me see what that is. Oh, you're not sponsored? You're telling me you're not sponsored, Mr. Aquaphobic. I don't know if I believe you. There is this game that is, you know, I'm not sponsored at all. I do not have any. There's this game called Sector Space. No advertisement. It's just a little gem, just like you explained. Let me see that. Apple Maker. Well, I keep hearing about Apple Maker. I don't know who they are, but that they like their keyboards are good. And let's not get into keyboards, dude. I'm desperately afraid. I stopped playing the game, guys, because now I got triggered. If my keyboard breaks and it's blinking because it's almost failing, the RGB controller is completely destroyed because I dropped like Coca-Cola on it. This is a Corsair Strafe Mark II Silent whatever. They don't make those anymore. In Brazil, as far as I know, in Brazil, they are like extremely expensive. I think a new one would cost my rent for a month. Or maybe even 2, because there's no more. And I love this keyboard. If it's dead, like we went researching keyboards for my wife, and let me tell you, in Brazil, you're screwed. Absolutely. It's even worse than... Because it's the same thing. Everybody's sponsored. Everybody gets free samples and everybody lies about it. You know. I don't know. It's just solid. It feels really good. The keycaps have the letters facing you instead of where your finger is curving. Yeah. Sometimes you just find the thing you love and then you're screwed if they do not make it anymore. Going back to the game for a second after I got triggered. The traders also stock a wide selection of common blocks. So we can come here and sell things just like before. I think we can even license. Do we need to license anything? Oh, we're dropping these holes. They are super cool. They are more industrial looking. And they, you know, they can do like... They are good for recycling for some reason. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. They boost like recycling. They do a lot of good things. Actually, I didn't notice. You wanna know a fun thing? I told my wife I was proud of her. She figured out that these are good, and she started using them before me because they have these modifiers. I'm like, are you looking into modifiers? You know, that's why I married you. You nerd. But these blocks are really good, but look at the reactor load. Look at how horrible it is. You can game recline, no trills, full keyboard, 2 wireless modes, and wired, long life, full RGB, no bloatware or fancy drivers or control software. Not sponsored. I think, Quacophobic, you are quite sponsored by those guys. You're too much in love with that keyboard. But I know how it goes. I know how it goes. Well, there is like... We did maintenance on my wife's computer, and it's like a... How is that called? The computer case is from Cooler Master, and I kind of like them. But like, she didn't do maintenance for like 2 years. We have a couple Persian cats. The computer is clean inside. The case is completely obliterated. We had to, like, I don't know, clean that up very hard. But the computer inside is... I've never seen that. I've never seen that at all. It's just a good case, and it wasn't too expensive. So some hair generators. We have 2 hair generators at home. Well, 3 if you count the wife. She's gonna be mad. Don't tell her. Don't tell her. You know how wives be. Little hair generators. But now she's super happy about the cats because I do not complain about her anymore because the cats are just going wild. But yeah, inside the computer it was clean. I've never seen that before. Even I do have an older one from Cooler Master, and it does, you know, the dust and hair goes through. I do need to do some... I'm gonna rebuild my PC maybe tomorrow on a new case. That one is from Lion Lee. I don't know if that's good, but I saw it on computers... how's that? God damn it. PC Builder Simulator 2. I saw Lion Lee. I was like, oh, this case looks cool. I literally bought a case because I saw it on PC Builder Simulator. But I've completely derailed here talking about PC parts. There you go. These parts are so good. They amplify. What is this amplify thing though? What does it really do? If you wanted to see more TerraTech, we just got completely derailed. Let's see what happens if I put the amplify here. 20% weapon damage. So hey, these are very good, but the problem is they do not lower the power load. What if I do this? Does it stack? No. Can you imagine? That would be disgusting. You would just stack modifiers. And then get a 50% bonus on power load. Sometimes it's just a little bit weird to attach something somewhere. Yes. This planet gives me satisfactory vibes. It does give you a little satisfactory vibe for sure. But I think TerraTech, the first one, is from before Satisfactory. And the whole like company vibe, corporate thing that Satisfactory does and how everyone seems to do it after Satisfactory. TerraTech was doing it first. However, the planet here is now feels like, you know, they're borrowing from each other. No, the planet, I think Satisfactory 100% did it first. So a bunch of games are inspired. Even the UI. Maybe you heard me saying before, like it feels like everyone is doing like Satisfactory UI. But let me tell you something. When we did, like when I worked in a game project, I literally took a screenshot of Satisfactory and I told the guy that was going to implement the menu and I said, do this. I just liked the Satisfactory, like the first version that came out. I'm like, hey, this is the future of game menus. And it seems like, you know, 5 years, 10 years later, now a lot of people agree with me because a lot of games just look like Satisfactory for some reason. It's just minimalistic, but at the same time, it's detailed. They did it right. I don't have anything here that I want. I want to keep the axles because they have been pretty rare. I'm going to sell all of this crap. Oh, these are so cool though, but I do not have the reactor power to run them. Completely got lost here. We need to buy the Pioneer Journeyman cab. So let me explain to you everything because I was on an Uber rant. We came from our main base and we reached this little purple pip here. This is the trader. Big Tony Stack Emporium. So this guy, you can see on the special menu, you can unlock very cool things. For example, a new cab. It's an upgrade to the starting cab that can be yours for a special discount price. It gives 2 turbo. And it improves your reactor power in your inventory, which, you know, the game's not telling you how good this is. But if we buy this, we get one, and now it's unlocked in the shop. The Pioneer Journeyman cab has higher reactor, better cargo than the Scout. Use it to build a larger tech and carry more stuff. So it tells you to open the build menu, and then we can remove this, and it's gonna... Oh, we cannot remove it. Because, interesting enough, the inventory we have, you can see on the top here, it's inside the Scout cab. So we can get this one, the Journeyman, and add it here. Oops, that's on the other way around. That looks like a very cool, different looking sort of cockpit. You can apply that there, move that here. It's getting, I don't know if that, you know, affects, but it's getting bonuses. Detach the Scout cab from your tech. You can store it in your cargo or just put it on the ground. I don't know what happens if I just do this. Oh, it drops. It pooped out a little box. You cannot have 2, even though you can do this, if you try to run, the game doesn't tell you anything, but it does tell tech inoperable. Oh, it does tell you. I've never noticed it. Your tech has more than 1 attached cab. So you see, we now have like, what is that, twice the amount of slots or something? Not quite, but it's still a lot. It's so much better. So it was really worth just coming here straight up if you start a new game. I can open this box and grab my things back. I completely ignored what the tutorial said there, but hey, who needs tutorials? Well, we do, because I keep making mistakes. But the game's now going to give us another objective. Your main objective on the forest continent is to build a bastion. To do that, you need to explore the blue forest plagued by extreme lightning storms. To survive the blue forest, you need a mobile lightning rod, check the trader specials tab to see if one is available. So there you go. We have a mobile lightning rod to buy, and it needs gold wiring. This here, the objective was going to be, if you rush here, it will tell you, hey, go to a pirate base, a raider base, and they have gold wiring there sometimes. So you might need to go around killing some bases, but we did get that because we were curious and exploratory. So we got a lightning rod. Now we can go after copper. We can also buy, maybe it will tell us even, let's see, it's telling us to buy that. It tells you we can go to the blue forest and that we'll find cuprite that gives copper. But we'll need a better resource laser. So we can just click here again and unlock the bigger resource laser for 200. We do need more copper for a better, even better laser. And there's a bunch of it needs a bunch of ingots to get the best cab the trader has. So it's 10 of each ingot. We need copper. We don't have that yet. I've never bought this one, the Warfighter cab. I'm super curious what it does. It has some cherry mods that make it good in any fight. Expensive but worth it. I don't know what that means, because it seemed like this is supposed to be a recycling sort of thing, or an industrial kind of tech, so you can build an industrial kind of car. I don't know why, +2 recycle, we gotta check that out. This is Mao battery. We already have one of those. It adds a new battery pip. Very expensive to run. Fusion reactors seem cool, but they also are kind of their own thing. Maybe the mission will give us one, I don't know. I could not use those, but the idea is you place this and you stack fusion cores on it. But I've never found a fusion core, and that makes your tech capable of running more blocks. But here's the thing, if it explodes, I'm pretty sure it takes your whole car with you. So you gotta be ready to just build something expensive. If this explodes, it would be very funny. Well, not for you, but for me. A small cargo, yes, 100%. I'm gonna show you what that does. And a fusion repair module, which I have no idea what it does. The game really does need to add descriptions here for the things, and we cannot have any idea until we buy it. So maybe the fusion repair repairs the fusion core, who knows? Or maybe it just improves repair capacity. The first game was you could be super OP by just stacking shields, force fields, and repair bubbles. So that was just the meta for a single player game. But you can buy another Pioneer cab, and here is the shop. We can grab medium wheels, we can grab off-road wheels, which are amazing. And you know what? I might just grab some of those. There are machine guns, there are lasers, there is plasma ejector. We can grab more cannons. It's just a store that has a bunch of things. And these, of course, I love. This one, I don't know what that is, but it adds more things. Turbo and recycle, that's weird. I don't know what recycle is, but turbo is like speed. I'm gonna grab a couple of those just to see what they do to a weapon, because these, they do the power load lowering bonus, whatever. These are good. We need a bunch of those. Versatile axle, look at that. Oh wow. Nanobot repair, armor, and turbo. That looks amazing and amazingly expensive as well. We have bumpers. I like that in this game, different from the first one, you can grab like whole frames. I've never tested that, but it seems cool, the idea of building using a frame, because it adds a bunch of bonuses to whatever is attached to it. Explorer hills, like there's so many things here to test that I haven't, like this is where I got on the game for the first time, so I don't know a lot of these things. Medium 6 hole. This is clearly like the industrial parts, kind of inspired by the first game. Antennas look cute and are cheap, and they amplify. I think they amplify the whole bot. Let's buy 2. Couple of rail lights, because we're streaming and I cannot even see anything. If I cannot see anything, you probably can't. It's gonna be even worse. Seam scanners are great to find copper, I think. They like scan below the ground, and just info dumping about everything that's on the game at this point. And this is not everything, of course. Information module, I think this is a speedometer, actually. Yeah, it calls it information module on the store, but if we mouse over, it's saying a speedometer. It just overlays the speed of your bot on your bot instead of adding to the UI. It's a little strange, and on the multiplayer it doesn't really work, only for a single player, but you know, it's a cool idea. Spotlights and small cargo. One more of those. That was a lot of money. I like that this game has waves that wash ashore. That's rare to get proper wave animations on shores. Yeah. It's a cute little wave. Look at that. Oh, I didn't actually realize that it does waves for real like that. I thought it was more like, hey, when it gets close to the shore, just add a little particle thing. But nope, it actually does waves. Look at that. Aquaphobic, you're a very cozy individual that looks at cozy waves. Now you're ready to mine copper and protect it from lightning attacks or ready to go to the blue forest. However, a large outlaw attack is occupying this region. It's time to destroy it. You're ready to take on the Minotaur. Minotaur? The first boss. Minotaur is like a Brazilian champion in MMA. I don't know if I'm ready to take on Minotaur. I'm pretty sure he would kill me. But anyway. What does the antenna do? Provide a small amplify effect. I don't know where it amplifies. What does it amplify? The thing that it's attached to? Directly connected blocks. I don't know how to use this to amplify something. Wow, turbo level 3. That's nice. Oh, this cab, it provides, you can see it's overlaying yellow. It's providing turbo to every wheel, and it's stacking with the axle bonus. I don't know why it's getting 3 bonus though. Isn't this like 1 turbo? Oh, it's up there. Modifies 2 turbo to all wheels. Goddamn, I need to read properly. I just don't know how to add this amplify works. If we put this here, what does it do? Increases output. I don't know what output means. Maybe it's for the lasers. Can we amplify the spotlight? That would be funny. Yeah, I don't know what the antennas actually are supposed to do. We'll check that out later. I wouldn't go near them though, cause they are made of water. Oh, and you are aquaphobic. I see. You're being a very haha individual today. I see where you're going with this. There we go. The cargo boxes, little cargo boxes, are super cool because they add inventory. It's separate inventory from yours. If this gets destroyed, I think it ejects its content. I don't remember, but you don't lose what's on the cab. It's just a cool modular idea. Oh, I need to jump into the Twitch thing real quick because the bots be the bots. There we go. We got the axles and the mobile. Oh, we need this to reach out at the copper. Little lightning rod. Hey, this is merging with the other block. I do this. And that. And that. That's not becoming like Mad Max at all. These are the rail lights. Let's put them behind just to see if they work. Or do they? I think they are getting blocked by the cannons. I need better attachment points, that's for sure. Like that, maybe? That works. Yeah, it does. So now we can see forward. We have forward lights, even if we move around the spotlight. Out. Why is my cat biting my feet? She just does that. Sometimes she's just like, hey, I'm here, and she bites my feet. What does this do? Turbo to directly connect the box. Does this mean we could, if we add, what happens if we add a wheel to this? Anti-foot cat. Yes, she's just... What time is it? Well, it's 7 p.m. This freaking cat, she tracks the time, and every day by 7 p.m. she comes here and bites my foot. Because it's around the time she gets... It's around the time she gets wet food. Actually, I think she tracks the sun. When the sun is coming down, if there's rain and the day is getting darker, then there's a certain amount of like a percentage. She's like coded. If there's a percentage of sunlight, like 70%, she already comes and bites my foot. Freaking cat. Mika, chill. You're gonna get it. Don't worry. It's almost time. It's so funny. This cat is so obsessed with food. Yeah, I wanted to check if it's worth adding these 2 wheels. I don't think it is. Just wanted to check. Yeah, it does add a turbo. You get it goes it to level 3. There you go. But then attaching it to the axle is better because you get less reactor load. But it's cool. You can do like weird things. Bite clock. She's a redstone sensor. Exactly. She just knows the time to bite. To bite the feet. Oh man. One thing that was super like, and I think everybody did it on TerraTech 1. You would just stack those things here, or like make a little ladder of cannons, and it was always like that. It was always disgusting, just a wall of cannons. So if you search TerraTech 1 on YouTube, you're probably gonna see a lot of walls of cannons, because it works. It just works. I don't like any of this, but I kind of want to do it like that. Whoops. Come on, how do I spin around? I think it's E. Yeah. So I can do it like this and start doing the disgusting meta of a ladder of guns. I plan to change all my guns to machine guns once we start dropping those, which should be soon. What else is here? Let's remove these laser and add these one. And you know what? Let me do something here. Can I buy just a lot more? How many more do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe 6 gun points. But at the same time, let's go for off-road wheels. Scratch everything I said. Go for off-road. I always go for off-road wheels. Well, but not really. But here you go. Remove that. 6 wheels. We add these ones. We just spent our money on wheels. There we go. And now it's overloaded. God damn it. By 9 points. How much are you? Well, you're costing me everything. And now if I remove the horn, wow. Is the horn 4 reactor load? That's a lot. Does it even give bonuses? No, it's just like a little beep. But hey, making noise is costly. Where else do we do things? Well, now I needed money to buy, just to change every gun into a turret and add weapon mounts. That will make this super powerful. Because right now we didn't get a whole lot of firepower of this. We are using this one. Oh. Is that supposed... Oh, it's control. If you hold shift, I think it paints the whole... Yeah, holding shift paints the whole tag. If you hold control, you just replace a color. Which I love. Technical block's gonna be orange. The mining blocks. Cargo here, I kinda like that. And I guess here, there's no white color. I think. I kinda wanted to paint something white, and there's no white, god damn it. There you go. A little cute little car. This will make us so much faster. It is just so much better. It's fine, we have a lot of cargo space. What do we have to do? Destroy the forest boss. I guess we can do that. Let me just see if I can grab anything else from here. 200 per, so I need like almost 2,000. I'm not gonna rebuild using frames yet, but that would be good. Yeah, I guess we can go, but I do want to get like sensors. There's so many things that I need. But if we hit the enemy tags here, they might have new blocks. The further you go from your base, look at that, look how fast we are. Look at the sound. Look at this sound, baby. That just sounds angrier. Exactly. And you can do... I can now insta-kill, like, very small attacks. If I run them at them really fast... Wow, I lost control there. But... Ooh, God damn it. That was not a good demonstration. Also, this guy has a huge evil laser. There we go. I feel like these wheels are not great at braking, so you do have to watch out for that. If you hit the brakes, it's just not gonna brake. It's gonna take a while, but you accelerate extremely quick. Oh, and here is this guy, the needle plant. They shoot you. They are mean. They are sentient. No, there's just a lot of them. What do you mean, like the wheels or the plants? Ooh. Ooh. It's difficult to get control. I need a couple of off-road wheels, but they are really expensive to run. I need reactors first, I think. And killing those plants is just easier to run over them, to be honest. They are kind of tanky. Let's go here. Look at the size of this base. Look at how many guys just dropped. Just gonna remove this guy. Wow. He went so deep. Wait. Oh, you can mine the rocks under the water? Wow. There's a lot of action going on here. This dude, oh, he dropped a frame. Hey, free frame. Free frame. Free frame? I like how that sounds, a free frame. They framed me because I got a free frame. They framed me freely because I freely got a frame for free. So we collected a bunch of cool stuff here. Let's just have a quick look. Well, there's a guy that's just limping out there. I think he has no guns and he has one wheel and he's stuck. Let's decide, hairball side. There we go. Wow, he's tanky for some reason. There are ice crystals forming on my window. I'm going to put on a sweater and get cozier. Hey, cozier stream confirmed. Get cozy right now. I think I know why I'm suffering with this car. It's too, like, I don't know how that's called. I know there's like a cross section. I don't remember how it's called. The wheels are too close to each other, so I cannot make turns properly. If I had another pair of wheels, it would be better. But you can fix that by just bringing this further backwards. Do you have more axles? Yes. I think we can do this. Just do it like that. I hear loud meows. I'm pretty sure wife just got home and the cats are like super happy. You're not leaving us with this crazy man. Okay, that's a little bit better, but I think 3 pairs of wheels would do way better. Cozy maxing, 100%. This place is super good, but first you need to remove this. There you go. All the frame drops in the world. We can now just eat, and run over the boxes. Look at this. This is a very nice location. Okay, sorry, had to step away for a moment. Let's just eat this thing. And I know this base because I've been here before. I think this is where I stopped playing. But this place has a random battery hidden somewhere. I don't know where. It is a great battery for a base. Look at that, the little cables. Can you see that? Oh, I cannot move my camera. It's too far. But this is a power pylon, and it's being used in a decorative fashion. I don't know where it's being tied to. I think here. Super cool. This place has a power meter, but these ones it's just a power display. And there is something inside those boxes. Well, I removed the silo. Wow, I can reach all the way there. Just a bunch of ammo and a cannon, or rather a machine gun. I'm gonna do the thing here where I remove the foundations and just eat away at the base. Probably I'm not gonna have cargo space for everything, but maybe we will. Look at that. The cargoes were super worth, but I'll need to build a silo here and use that as a backpack, or even leave some stuff here. But this base has concrete blocks, concrete foundations, and that one is amazing to build your base with. Just a lot of space. I don't know if there's a faster way to do this right now. I think just doing that. Look at that. Didn't even crash the game. Hey, isn't 2025 good? And just do thousands of objects. As many as you want. It's not gonna explode your house. So yeah, I know on the first game you can have like a equipment that absorbs things around you. I don't know if there will probably be something like this later on here. Seems like I'm doing okay in cargo space. You know, there's nothing stopping us for doing like a base right here, or a secondary, like a mobile base. Not really mobile, but a forward outpost. There you go. We are kind of full. There you go. Medium reserve power cell. What I'm gonna do, I guess I'm gonna build a little outpost close to the trader. There's a lot of enemy plants here. Is that another? Wow, I just got another frame. I kind of want to check how much those are worth selling, because they should be worth something. And when we rebuild the tech, using the frames will be a good idea, I think. Whoop. We're just gonna do a little outpost here, so whenever we want to drop items, we can drop on the silos. I don't know if you can have more than one tech place. The garage thing. This is the small one. Give me the big one. There you go. The ramps. The long ramp. Or we have a better ramp here. We do. We have a lot of them. Oop. Come on, break. Don't go into the sea. Oh man. If you... Wow. I just destroyed half of myself again. There we go. The ramps. Ramp maxing. Maybe I should have thought a little bit better on the angle of the base, because you just need a lot of ramps usually if you place it a little bit over on an incline or on a hill. Where's the ramps? Here. That's still dangerous, so I'm gonna do another one. Let's move the camera. Because if you leave it like this, you will hit it and you're gonna lose. Cannot place the block underwater. Oh no. That's not good. Let's see if we can go over it. But it seems like it won't work. Also, what happened? Attack is inoperable. What happened? Did I add something that it got angry? Let's remove this for now. Deal with that later. We only need that on the copper area when we are not there yet. I guess we move these to lower spot. That, yeah. Oh no. Not me failing to build the Legos. Lego maxing, come on. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons because it's relative to your camera when you use that little option to drag around things using WASD. I think this should work, right? Hopefully. Why is it not spinning the block? Go. That took so long to make a little outpost. And do another platform. Not you. this one. Maybe there will be, I don't know if there will be static defenses later, but that would be a good idea for a place like this because the enemies keeps going around here. There's always someone around here. Can we do backyard? Oh, that actually costs, that's actually expensive. Not expensive, but I don't have copper yet. And I never did carbon fiber. So that's for later. We can just drop things. But if we want to like respawn and get repair charges and all of that, we need this. So we need copper in order to, you know, do all the outputs and all the cool things. Where is the silo? You. So at least now we can just drop things here and take them later. Another gold wiring. I don't even know why do I need that for yet. Wow, I have so many things. I'm gonna need more silos. I don't think you can do those by hand, can you? Yeah, I would need like a whole little thing here. I guess it's fine. Do we want these? Yes, for sure. The small frame. I'm gonna license that because it's so expensive to buy otherwise. Oh, a machine gun. Hey. Did anyone drop good wheels? Nope. There was not a whole lot of good. Not a whole lot of good here for us. A little cosmetic ladder. We don't have that. Everything else I'm gonna sell because I do need the cash. That's not a whole lot of money, but it's something. What is this one? A small frame. Oh, this is too small for us though. It does lower reactor load for everything that's connected to it, like wheels. That's cool, but I kind of want a bigger frame. Whenever we build the tech, I kind of want to do one of these bigger frames. The Wolverine, there's the Jaguar. Komodo looks interesting, but it looks super small. It kind of looks like a hover or a helicopter for some reason. And then you can pair that with like these holes here, which should do a cool looking tech. Yeah, I do need another silo. So how much it costs to make a little fabricator and a carbon power generator? Just a bunch of iron. Can we do that quick? I'm scanning for iron around us. Maybe there's not enough iron here. Oh, and in this, if you go inside this tree line here, it's hell on earth. We'll see if I can showcase that. There is a bunch of iron built after that hill. Because there's a mix of the plants that throw you up, I need to know those names, and of the spitters. So you have a couple of plants, one can throw you up and leave you upside down, and the other one can keep firing at you. But that can be intense. There we go. There's iron here. Oh, there is the plant. Which plant is this? A puffball. Wow, this is so bright. I feel like we need to change our guns for sure. I'm not being as effective anymore against these guys. Ow. Wow. Almost a Valheim death there. The tree fell on top of me and destroyed like my whole front side. Let's repair. I just have one repair charge. I need to keep an eye out for that. Hey, stop shooting. You're cozy maxing down here. Stop doing that. What is all this noise behind me? I think there's an enemy and guy fighting a plant. It's just a battle of the ages. Need better lasers, need a battery. There's one thing that'll spoil you, doesn't take too long to get. You need copper though. You can run like 2 cars, you can make 2 templates or 2 designs, and you can switch them. It's called hot swap. So there's a game called Trailmakers, you can do that with like 5 vehicles or something. So you could make a mining car and then just hot swap to your combat one. That will become so much better to dedicate things and to specialize cars in different, techs in different things. That was enough iron. Yes, we can now do crafting. Generator, the fabricator. There we go. You can go all the way there. And I need to make a silo. Couple of silos. Did I get organics? Oh no. Did I forget the organics? That was a derp. That was a little derp. Let's get some organics. That should be quick. But with that, we can make a fabricator here, make silos, and have a little forward outpost to drop loot. Of course, we can also buy more cargo spaces. How much is this block to run? 8 cargo load or a reactor load. But yeah, we don't have enough reactor load to be running many of those. Oh, just one more should do it. Oops. Oh god. Don't stay around trees when they're falling. It's a good idea. It's a good thing to remember. It's dangerous to go lumberjacking. I think I need to expand this thing. I hit it when trying to go over the ramp. Is this under the water? Okay. Do we have a large ramp? We do. Oh no, it doesn't let us build because it's under the water. Oh, I had organics at base. Well, pretend you didn't see that. I had what I needed here. Didn't need to go out there to get it. I just want to make a couple, maybe, is that what, 3 silos? And one of these. Also, I'm gonna move this away in case anyone gets mad at me. In case the enemies find me. Can do this silo over here. And these silos stack. Oh god, that was horrible. That was not what I wanted to do. They call. The problem with this this concrete thing is amazing because it's large and, super cheap. But it's really bad because it doesn't have enough attachment points. So what you do, what I've been doing, like I showed on the other base, I just use this. So you have a lot of attachment points. This is great in case you want to make a factory or things like that. There's probably better pieces and probably pieces that amplify and give bonuses and all that. But for the early game, this is what I've been using. Another one here. Drop all these. Oh, I had another fabricator. That's a derp. This we can take to the main base because it's super good. It stores a lot of power. It makes the base run smoother. I like to separate my blocks, so blocks that belongs to vehicles, I keep it separate from the base blocks because they are not compatible. Oh, this thing here, supposed to be here. But we can actually drop these organics down here. And this base will be powered whenever power is needed. All of those can be sold. Resources. Now is the time for... the time you've been waiting for. Are you excited? Inventory management. It should be better once we get better blocks, better silos. Also, I said I like separating things, but I'm mixing them all up. I think it's time to change for machine guns. I'm gonna do that. Do we have more heavy ammo? Nope. Heavy ammo can only be built on a ammo mill. You cannot just do it by hand. Basic ammo you can. So we do need an outpost, or we need to go back to base and grab a bunch of ammo whenever we start using better guns. I need another silo. But I want to go kill that boss. Whoops. I think a silo is organics and iron ore. Yep. Make 2 of those. But I don't know if there's gonna be a way to transport items or, you know, cargo drones or whatever. I don't know how transport is between bases. Drop these here. Yep. And does this show up on the map? Well, I don't... it kind of does. Yeah, it shows my factories, I think. But we won't forget about it because this is the forest trader. I'm gonna keep the antennas here. This one I'll take. The rest I'll sell. I'm gonna sell out those. If we could buy like angled things. I need a gun and a couple of angled. Maybe that will work. Let's see. Because now we can then lower our cargo reactor load from the weapons. Also, I'm missing a lot of guns. Oh, I was damaged. Oops. What's the laser? It's not a... did I buy the wrong thing? Oh no. Did I really click the wrong thing? I think I did. The laser is expensive and I don't like it. So whoops. I don't think you can sell license blocks. At least I haven't found a way yet. I guess you can recycle them a little bit later on. Oh, look at that. We can do again gun stacking. Over here. So you two go down there. Oh, those things have cargo load of their own. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. It's a little bit reactor load. Okay. So we're gonna have to figure that out. Remove those. Everything's fine now. Most of our guns are in a weapon mount, which will improve their firepower. Oh, there you go. Recycle. When you add recycle modifier to a gun, there's a chance to not consume ammo, which is great. A big complaint on this game at the start, I don't know if they improved it, is the ammo production and consumption, because the first one didn't have that. I don't know really why they wanted to go with this route. I don't know. I don't mind managing it. I just don't understand why, but at the same time I can see they wanted to make this game way more detailed, or at least more detailed, not a whole lot more than the first one, which was super simple and straightforward. So I don't mind either way. I just wish like we could do different ammo types, like maybe incendiary, armor piercing, explosive and all that. Because if you have an ammo system and you don't do that, then why have the ammo system? But anyway, that's just me. These are 20 points, these are 18, so I can change everything to machine guns, but the problem is we'll need heavy ammo, which is only produced at bases, and we do not have the infrastructure yet, so we do have to watch out for that. I'm gonna keep the cannons here. Here you go. When you look at the skies, you can sometimes see planets, and the name of the game is TerraTech Worlds. I don't know if there's going to be other planets, I'm not sure, or if it's just that different biomes, but it certainly gives you the vibe that there will be other planets. Where do I... where do we go from here? I think let's get a couple of guns. And I think I need one more angled weapon mount. We're almost ready to go face the boss. Very risky fight without proper, you know, ammo, but we'll take it. Enemies do drop ammo, so... This is very far. Can we just do something like that? There we go. That looks nice. Those two can be removed. Now I'm being joined by the Meower cat. The only male cat that is around home. But I don't think it will be able to hear his meows. He's heading out today. We were taking care of him. We're watching him for the holidays, and he's leaving today soon. So I guess he's feeling it. He's already missing us. Yeah, we could change all of those later. It's just a matter of having the infrastructure to keep those working. We can add these back. Here, we can even look at that. We could have more cargo bays. Of course, we're gonna overload ourselves. Hey, leave. We are upgrading our tech here. Wow, he really exploded. I think we're ready to head out. I'm gonna clear the inventory and we're gonna go face that boss. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't bumped into... The only issue I had in the game for now was playing around with the skin here too much, and that crashed the game once. So I have to play more to see the issues, I guess. Maybe those are in the mid game, who knows. Let's sell out that. I'm gonna bring a couple cannons in case we have to replace them if we run out of ammo. The boss, where is the boss? I kind of don't want to go back to base just to make ammo. I kind of want to go there right now, but I don't know if that's a great idea. Well, I do not have... You know what? You know what? Don't be mad at me. There, I did this whole thing. But here's the problem. We do not have repair charges. And the big problem with that is not even the boss. I've never seen the boss. The big problem is... Forgot what the big problem is. God damn it. Well, the hazards. Until we get there, there is a lot of hazards around, like plants and all that. The plants are the most dangerous thing. They can just remove half of your car, and if you do not have any repair charges, that's GG. Here you go. So we can see here. With these wheels, it should be super quick to go back to base. If we skip everyone and we ignore everything, just coast, and you can go there. You can be there super fast. Especially since our cab has like turbo bonus, and the wheels have turbo bonus too. Off-road wheels ignore all the terrain. Ooh, there we go. Right on the rock. Destroy the rock with the bumper. Great to see. Lots of explosions around us, but we are skipping everything. You can already see the base. So if we press tab, it should load us up. We got the repair charges. Do we need repairs here? Nope. So we can leave these battery over here. We'll charge up. In a power display, I guess. So we can see from afar how the base is doing. You can see that it's filling up, you know, 10,000 power units. Let's drop the resources. There's a lithium bar here now. Let's see. Can you do an ammo mill? Iron ingot and lithium. We have those. We have a lot of things already available here. I'm just gonna do one of those real quick. We can add it here. You can automate it, both the input and the output. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna do, like, you can see we have light, heavy, grenade, missile, plasma, and beacon ammo. So we'll do heavy. We just need iron. And is that organics? Yep. So if you're being like 2 stacks, will be safe. How much does that output? 100 per? Yeah. That's lower than I expected. So I guess we can make another one. Need lithium. Can you hear the meow? I don't think you can. He's just talking with himself. Ammo mill. I don't know if we're gonna have power to run all of this, but oh, did you run out of resources? Oh, you can only do... Wait, where's my iron? Iron. Did I drop it all over here? Oh, I dropped it all over here. I don't know, I just got confused. There we go. Did it eject the input? That's weird. If you click the output, it ejects the input? Is that correct? Oh, I think I was like shift left clicking this. And if you do that, yeah, that's probably a bug or an oversight. It ejects the input if you try to quick grab the output. But, you know, since you'll mostly be using these things with a silo, not a big deal. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it finish these cycles here. That's probably enough ammo. We can then like safely change everything to miniguns or machine guns. Look at that. We need 3 guns. But I'm not gonna go all the way back to the store just for that. I'm gonna head straight to the boss. I probably want to have this thing here on me because I don't know where we are going exactly. If I remove that, do it like this. It's a little dangerous. This will work. Let's do it like this and that. Come on, fit in there. That doesn't work. Oh man, I need to remove something. Yeah, we'll run one less of these. Let's move out. Where's the enemy? It's to the right side. Sorry, I'm back. We have the people coming over to pick up their cats. They're gonna visit us. So let's go after that Minotaur boss. I think he's over at that huge building that we've seen before. There's a lot of things here. Are any of those like turrets? Oh, there's the Minotaur. This is giving me TerraTech 1 vibes. Oh, this is an arena. I think he saw me. What is he packing there? Let's go. Oh, he's damaging me. I'm repairing. I don't know how, but he's removing half of my blocks every time he shoot a single shot. Oh my god, he's actually dangerous. I didn't notice he was damaging me so hard. Don't run away. Did we explode him? Oh, he repair shards. What the hell? What is this noise? He's calling for help. What the hell is this fight? Oh my god. He's just turboing around. And I'm dropping frames because of all the lines around me. I lost half of my car again. There we go. I just have one repair charge left. Oh, wow, okay. I have 0 repair charge left. This guy has like a turbo thing where he has a thruster or something and a super heavy tank cannon. Look at that, he has a thruster and he keeps just trying to ram me. And he was successful, so... Wow, he's really annoying, isn't he? This is a true boss fight. I wasn't expecting like a true boss fight. Oh man, I think I am done for. I'm out of repair charges. Oh, there's his cab. Come on, shoot at the cab, shoot at the cab. Come on. Believe it. There's his head. We kill him. That wasn't scuffed at all. It's metal. Beat a mini-boss, something. What did I get? I get some sort of achievement. Let me see. Beat a mini-boss using a tech made up of over 100%, 50% licensed blocks. Okay, that's a super chill achievement to get, I guess. I'm just hopping around because I cannot move anymore. Hey, having a bunch of turrets worked. What is that crate? I dropped it. Oh, he destroyed my thing. Oh, what do we do now? There was some tutorial that I press E. I don't think it's a good idea to have, you know, everything you do on the game is E and you get the tutorial randomly and you press E and skip the tutorial. So I don't know what it was talking about, but I think it's asking me to do a hot swap module. Let's see here. If I press L, I think that's what the message said. Scavenge a T1 hot swap module from behind Minotaur Fort. During the battle, Minotaur was able to chip between different tech loadouts instantly. Now you can too. Find and collect the T1 hot swap module and attach it to your tech yard to unlock the hot swap control. Hot swapping lets you instantly switch between tech builds on the fly, no matter where you are in the world. Use it to adapt to any challenge without returning to base. So there you go. Scavenge a T1 hot swap module from behind Minotaur's gate. That's super cool. Super cool. But we are out of repair charges, and I think I'm gonna have to respawn. Unfortunately, I guess I'm gonna have to stop the stream here because we are having a lot of people coming by out of a sudden. You know, it's the end of the year, so you see how it goes. That things look like, this arena looks like some sort of sports arena. I don't know, just an interesting place. There is an enemy insignia there. If we destroy that, we can probably take over this guy's base. But you can see we became like a hopping thing. And the thing to do would be to respawn at base, get repairs. Oh, there's a lot of things down back there. Can I just like crawl kind of want to see what's behind there before we finish this. But I will not be able to pick it up because we need to destroy that insignia. Oh, look at the lightning storms on the other biome. It has a T1 hot swap module. What is that? What is the T1? Is it here? Yeah. Oh, so you can have multiple. Does that mean like every one you have you can transform? Thank you. Loot box. Look at that. We can come here later and just collect everything nom it, and then try hot swapping. That's really cool. Let's respawn and see what happens. We dropped our crate. Let's get the repair thing. We got the repair charges. I'll just head back there and see what happens. Is it pointing to like dead corpse? I hope it is. Let's just collect our loot back. But you know, hope you enjoyed TerraTech. It's a super neat game. I still haven't bumped into any issues, other than one crash with the pattern thing. Gotta play more to see what happens, because I don't know if there's no teleporting, for example. If you build bases very far from each other, if things are really far from each other, I guess games like this, some people don't like driving a lot. If the distance are too far, like this is the only thing that I can think of. But right now, this was a super fun boss fight, way better than the first game for sure. There we go. We can take everything here, and we're safe. We got everything back, and we can then disassemble this base and add it. Collect a hot swap model into your cargo. We did that. There you go. Yeah, I think having multiple doesn't matter. Yeah, you need multiple of, like, you need T2, T3 to get more. Like, having more than one T1 doesn't matter. This will enable hot swapping. Attach the hot swap model to your tech yard. There you go. We can destroy this, and later on we can just pick every block from here. I hope you guys enjoyed TerraTech Worlds. Pretty cool looking game. You can do base building, you can automate, you can do recycling, you can do so many things. So hey, check out TerraTech on Steam if that's your, if you enjoy that, or you know, if you're scared of it, like some people are, and I kinda am. Maybe check some mid-game videos to see if the game still holds. But who knows? Who knows if we'll do more TerraTech in the future. Let me know if you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys. Have a great Saturday, a great rest of your weekend. And hey, Happy New Year very soon. Bye-bye.